Action.
Hello, my name is Alhaji Irbad Ibrahim. The issue of young Muslim ladies has been of grave importance to us for decades. How do we build their self-confidence so they emulate great Muslim women like Aisha radiallahu anha, Khadija, the wife of the Prophet, Aisha also his wife, Fatima, the daughter of the Prophet, and others. And it is important for them to put on the hijab and be proud about it. That is why our brother Ali came up with the idea of Face of Hijab GH to address the issue of hijab, and also we look at how we can help our sisters pursue their career goals. And I'm happy to be with them today to spend a few minutes. I will let them introduce themselves. To my immediate left, what's your name?
My name is Hijabi Malik.
Maisara, how old are you?
I'm 24 years old.
And where do you go to school?
Currently, I'm a worker. I work at a private hospital in Konongo.
So you trained as a nurse?
Information officer.
What does an information officer do in a hospital setting?
Okay, we gather data, patient records keeping, then we analyze the data.
And throughout your training and work, has anybody persecuted you because of your hijab? Have you been shouted at or asked to go out because of your hijab?
Not really. I've never encountered such experience.
You've never encountered an experience like this? Yeah. Okay, so where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, I see myself to be a great activist. Training the young ones in my community, letting them know who they are as Muslims, and then the Muslim men as well. Okay. Yes.
That's beautiful. She's a very strong woman. She wants to impact women and men as well.
Yes.
My Sarah, you can give it to your sister. Hello, assalamu alaikum. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Firdaus Mohammed Tinashi.
Firdaus Mohammed. And how old are you, Firdaus?
I'm 23.
You are 23, a year younger than your sister. Where do you go to school or where do you work?
Currently, I'm a teacher.
Oh, I like teachers. Teachers are doing great for the country. Yeah. And the teaching profession is looked down upon by some people. All the prophets were teachers. And Jesus was a teacher, Prophet Muhammad was a teacher, Abraham was a teacher, Moses was a teacher. All of them were teachers, yeah. And then what informs your motivation? What do you teach in the first place?
I teach Quran.
Okay, you are an Islamic school teacher.
Yes, I teach Quran and Tahajji and Hisab.
كم حفظت من القرآن؟ Al-Kamil, you've memorized the whole of the Quran, half of it, or a quarter of the Quran, Juzu Amma?
Yes, Juzu Amma.
Can I try you? I didn't give you a prior notice.
It's been long.
It's been long, eh? Yes, I think we need to address the issue. As you go to school, you forget your Islamic, skills or education, and we can pass it on. I guess you are like 16.
Oh my God.
I'll be shocked if you say you are 20-something.
Wow.
How old are you? 21 maybe. Yes, 21. I'll consider you.
Guessing for me.
Yes, 21. Surprisingly, I'm good at guesses, my sisters.
And
what's
right.
your name?
Fatima to Ahmed.
I'm sure you're still in school. Which school?
Yeah, Kuforidia Technical University.
Oh, Town. There's a lot of representation. No, you said Kintampo, right? Konongo, Kofori, the KK, so it's a K squared. Yes. So what are you studying?
Food technology.
Food technology.
Yes,
At some point, I was doing food process engineering because I started off as a science student. I did 2 years in University of Ghana studying that before I left and did my first degree in public relations. Then went to the US for a short training, and my graduation and my master's is in a few weeks. So the food stuff, the food chain, food processing is an interesting area. What motivates you about your course of study? What is the inspiration for you to be learning what you are learning now?
Well, I read food technology not because I love food or something, but then I want to know the varieties of food with how they are being processed and the causes and effects they'll be given to human at the end. But I'm not studying that to become a food engineer.
Okay.
But I want to become a dietitian.
Okay, but food is good. Have you been watching Diasa?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not a crime to eat food or to be a glutton.
Oh.
When you grow big, there's a space for you
Yes.
to go to Diasa. Okay, thank you so much. We'll move
welcome.
on to your sister. What's your name?
Salma Shafiu Abdullah.
Okay, Salma. How old are you?
I'm also 21.
Oh.
Actually, I'm 20, but I'll be 21 in November.
Oh, not yet,
Inshallah,
yes.
not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. But you are so cute. I thought you were the youngest. Maybe you and this young lady. Yes. So you are in school, I suppose.
Yeah.
What are you studying in school?
Science Laboratory Technology.
Oh, which school is that?
Accra Technical University.
Oh, Tudu, University of Tudu. People say University of Tudu.
Yeah.
How do you cope with the congestion, being so close to the market? Or you use the other side, the Novotel side?
Yeah.
Do you ever use the Tudu side?
No, it's a Novotel.
Okay.
And actually, people think when you're on campus, you hear the noise outside, but it's not like that.
Oh, so it's fun to be on
It's
campus.
cool, yeah.
Oh, nice. So what inspires you in life as a young Muslim woman?
Okay, first of all, I look up to my siblings, actually. You know, our parents would tell us that we are in the computer world, so they feel we don't do certain things they did in the past, and they claim we are spoiled because we try to be curious and other things. So in this case, we've seen that those who are coming up actually have indulged in certain things which we know that the technology is here to do us good, but they've taken it in the negative way. So I stand to correct this mistake one day in the future. And also looking at the issue of modesty.
Wow.
I actually reside in Nima, and
Wow.
you can testify with me how Nima is and how Nima looks like. But sometimes when I step out there and tell people from Nima, some tell me it's not true.
Wow.
They think we are not educated, and then no, but it's not that.
Okay.
And I also stand to be a feminist. Because we saw that most women are found there, and then they do certain things which are not in line with the
Okay.
religion.
Okay,
So
okay,
I stand
that's
to correct
fine.
that.
Very, very eloquent. We didn't give anybody a round of applause. Can we give a round of applause? Yeah, it means we should give a round of applause to everybody. So you enjoy yours, and then, okay. So what's your name?
Okay, I'm Musa Mariam.
Okay, Mariam.
Yes,
How old are you, Mariam?
I'm 23 years old.
Mariam. I thought you and Mariam and you were the youngest.
Apparently I'm the youngest.
Surprisingly, but very vocal.
My stature disease.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. Cute people, they live longer than bigger people. Yeah, true. Yes. So, where do you go to school or you work?
Oh no, I just completed Presbyterian College of Education in Ekofon.
So it means that you are a trained teacher.
Yes, please.
But it's different from school for the blind in
Yeah,
Ekropon.
it's different. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a
So
training
you
institution.
didn't learn with people with special needs.
No, we have them in
People
our
with
midst,
special
yes,
needs,
please.
using the braille
Yeah,
and all.
yeah.
And I hope they did great.
Yes, they are very excellent.
You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so, merciful.
Yeah.
When He takes away something from you, He makes sure He compensates it with something
Another.
else. And if He gives you too much too, you lose something.
Yes,
The Quran says, وَمَنْ نُعَمِّرْهُ نُنَقِّصُهُ فِي الْخَلْقِ. Anybody we give long life, we reduce in the quality of life you have. Then you can't eat meat again because your doctor said this. You have to use a stick or a staff before you can walk, all of those things.
Sure.
So it's good that people with disabilities are capable in other areas. So what is your motivation to join Face of Hijab? Has anybody looked down upon you because of your headgear or your head cover before?
No, never. No one has ever looked down upon me for joining this beauty pageant. And I got motivated because I think it's an Islamic program which is going to improve upon my deen, and then if possible I'm able to come out as queen I can also be a motivation to others in the community.
Oh, that's beautiful. Another round of applause. Ladies, I decided to come for us to do this very short. It's better when it's this short. But maybe we'll go another round of 1 minute each, what your expectations are and how you think being a part of this initiative will make you a better person and a role model to other Muslims in your community. I'll start with you, my Sarah.
Okay, thank you very much, Alhaji.
Hajia, my son. Your tooth shows, right?
Okay, well, as an activist, or let me say a social activist, I have a major role to play in my community. And with these pageants, I think it's pushing me high. It's giving me the platform to play my role. So I think I'm ready. I'm ready to battle with every situation that comes across. And I pray Allah helps me, comes out with a positive solution. Yes.
What's the biggest challenge in the community where you live in with the ladies? Is it like they are into pedicure, manicure, makeup, wasting time on wigs, losing their priorities?
They are into spending on
they are into iPhones or yai. What challenge do you have?
Okay. With the grown-ups, with my age mates, I think they have challenge with it. Yes, I think that would be better. Because spending every weekend, if you are to save at least, not spending 100 cedis. So every week, if you are spending 100 cedis, a whole month is 400 cedis.
And the challenge is most of these young ladies are not working.
Yes.
So you fall on a young man who is not married to you. You become a liability to the person. And yes, you become a burden on another person. And you know already your connection to us is illegal if we are not married to you.
Yes.
And sometimes too, one guy cannot give you the yai every week.
Yes.
So it's okay, since I need an additional stream of money or income, then let me get a second guy, a third guy, and on and on and on. Yeah, so I think your advocacy, whether you win or not, should be to reach out to such people. Thank you, Hajia Masara. And then my sister, what is the main challenge with the young ladies in your area? They like going to school, right? Or they also makeup people?
Thank you so much, Alhaj. In my hood, they always have this, what they call me, Ahlul Sunnah.
Okay.
So I tell them it's not a matter of Ahlul Sunnah. It's a matter of doing what Allah and the Prophet asked you to do. So that's my aim. So when I heard about face of hijab, I was like, let me go for this. So I read the concept of face of hijab. So I was like, okay, I'll go for it, so that I'll be able to talk to them when they see me one day becoming, or I have become someone great through this process. They might also pass through that process.
I agree
so I talked to them, and I've seen changes in them.
Okay.
They've started putting on their, well, they don't do it like this. They wrap it on their head. At first, they don't wear them. Yes, so I told them not to wear, they can wear jeans, but not tight fitting that can draw the shape.
Okay.
So when they wear tight fitting jeans, they put on this Pakistan wear to cover their shapes. So I've seen changes with that, and I think I've done something to help them.
Okay, that's beautiful. Can you give a round of applause? So you will be an agent of greater change,
yes,
even
inshallah.
apart from what you've done already. The Prophet said, "Man istanna sunnatan hasana falahu ajruha wa ajru man tabi'ahu ila yawmiddin." Anybody who paves or becomes innovative to come up with something good, you have your reward and the reward of those who would emulate.
Yes.
So continue to be an agent of change. What have you been learning since you joined this?
I've learned so much things. I know I'm not perfect. No one is perfect, you know. So what I know about my deen is something little. Though my mom and my dad, they taught me well. I went to Makaranta, I was taught, but I have forgotten so much things while going to school.
Okay.
So when I
got myself into this,
Yeah.
I've learned so many things that improves my thing. At first, I was like, I'm gonna join the others.
Okay.
But when I got myself into this, I was like, no,
Yeah.
this is it. I have found it. So I have to be in it. I have to change others.
Okay.
But with that, I have to change myself to become perfect to them
Yeah.
before I'll be able to change them.
Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Give them a round of applause. Because sometimes it's good to remove the log in your own eye before you make an attempt to remove the speck in someone else's eye. But when you become judgmental, oh, Fatima is this way, Amina is this way, it's not good. It's good to embrace everybody. God didn't send prophets because of good doers or pious people.
Yeah.
He sent prophets because of us,
Us, yes.
we people. The Prophet ﷺ is reported to have said, لو أنكم لم تخطئون. If you were not, لو أنكم لا تخطئون لأنزل الله أو لأرسل الله قوما آخرين يخطئون ويستغفرون الله فيغفر لهم. If you had made yourself so pious, not committing any sins, Allah wouldn't be interested. He would bring people that would make mistakes, seek forgiveness, and become better people. So never be judgmental. خير التوابين. There's another saying of the Prophet. Let me see if I can remember. كلكم خطاؤون وخير الخطائين التوابون. You are all fallible. You make mistakes. The best of those who make mistakes are those that repent. So never be judgmental. Okay. Thank you so much. My lady, what are the issues in your area with young Muslim ladies?
My issues in my area, some not been covering up. I joined this phase of hijab mostly for them to be jealous of me. Yeah, because we all live in a community. I'm not perfect, but then maybe if we are friends working and something should happen and I should voice out, they'll be like, hey, Malama, hey, this. So I joined this so that they'll be jealous. Then they also put up some improvements about whatever I do. About this phase of hijab, then they'll start going to Makranta so that they'll be like, hey, Fanta. They call me Fanta.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. They'll be like, hey,
I
Fanta,
see.
I would like to join your program because it's very nice.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
so that's a way of impacting them. You know, jealousy is of two types. We call jealousy ghira in
Yes,
Arabic.
ghira.
There's positive jealousy and there's negative.
Yes, but I want the positive
Oh,
one.
exactly. So give her a round of applause. Okay, my lady, what about you? You said Nima. There are challenges in Nima, right, with
Very
young
well.
Muslim ladies. What are some of those challenges?
The first one is schooling. Yeah, schooling as in they feel like after BEC, my junior secondary school education, then I'm done. And this is seen mostly in the young boys. Yes, boys. I would describe them as boys because, yeah. So we have something called scamming. It's frauding, yes. They thought that's the source of income. This is what they should do. But they've forgotten that it's, should I say, a polite way or something of stealing. You know, it's not really armed robbery, going to the person's house to bag in to steal, but they use the, as I said earlier, technology to steal. And another factor is the covering, yeah, for covering. They will tell you, oh, if it's you being pious, then it's in the heart.
Okay.
That's what they normally say. But they've forgotten that whatever is in your heart, my mommy always tells me this, whatever is in your heart, it comes out, it shapes you, it covers your face and everything. It makes people able to see you out there that, okay, this girl, they sometimes tend to judge that, oh, okay, this girl is pious. But they also tell you that, oh no, pious is not you covering, it's not you wearing the abaya and everything. But no, if you really like it, if you really follow what, if you believe in Allah, you will do whatever He tells you to do. And then one of the things is being modest. Yes, and then modesty is not just maybe wearing, covering, and your attitude also shows. Yes.
Give her a round of applause. And I'll just use 1 minute. Don't get bored to clarify this. Yes, of course, the people who say that your faith is born out of what is in your heart, they have a reason for that, for saying that. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is reported to have said, "Inna Allah la yanzuru ila suwarikum wala ila ajsadikum walakin yanzuru ila qulubikum wa a'malikum." Allah doesn't look at your physique or your pictures, how you look, or your body stature, but then He looks at your hearts and your actions. So they may be right to some extent, but on the issue of modesty and a woman covering herself, do you know Mary used to dress this way?
Exactly.
Mary, the mother of Christ.
Yes.
All the pictures we have, or ideas or statues of the pious people, the women in ancient times, did not look like Beyonce or Rihanna,
Yeah.
showing all the contours and curves and all that. No. Mary, the mother of Jesus, used to put on a long robe and then cover her hair. And the pictures actually show. So Allah said in the Quran, Ya ayyuhan nabi, qul li azwajika wa banatika wa nisa'il mu'minin yudnina alayhinna min jalabibihin wa la yubdina zinatahunna illa ma zahara minha. O Prophet, tell your wives, the believing women, and all your daughters and all the believing women, that when they dress, they should wear flowing gowns.
Yes.
So that you cover. But you know the challenge with hijab? Hijab on top, no hijab down.
Exactly.
That's the issue. And I believe as ladies, you need to start looking at, someone will just cover the hair. But the kind of abaya she'll put on shows all her curves. So the hijab has to conceal your curves. It's not just about covering your hair. And I believe you can send that to me. If you agree. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, very well. I do agree.
Because some of the abayas, they are killer abayas.
Yes, fitting. It's so fitting that it brings out everything.
Yes.
And then
Separate their
we have people who call themselves so-called hijabis on Instagram. They wear this kind of clothes, very tight African wear, but they've covered the hair. But they will call it modesty.
In fact, the reason Allah said cover your hair is not to tempt us.
Yes.
Because your hair cannot tempt us other parts of the body. So the emphasis should not only be on your hair, it should be on the whole body. Okay, and you?
Okay, so
Your final point so that we wrap up.
where I live basically is I'm not surrounded by a lot of Muslim Ummah around me.
Okay.
So I don't actually see what is going on.
Okay, so the group has got a slogan, Face of Hijab.
Promoting Islam through modesty.
Again, Face of Hijab GH.
Promoting Islam through modesty.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.